through the minutes. These are the minutes of the ODM NGC held on 25th February of 2022 at this very venue in Nairobi. And I will take you through the first page. You can see the agenda was as on the first page. At minute number 3, our chairman, Honorable John Badi, welcomed the delegates, thanking them and the general membership for making ODM active and vibrant at the grassroots. Honorable members, Honorable Party Leader, on page 2, you will see at minute number 6, there was a report of the SG, just like the one that I will give here today, and it touched on the following matters. Number 1, on the grassroots party strengthening, where in line with the resolution of the 2019 NGC, the National Secretariat established a monthly disbursement of Kenya shillings 50,000 to county coordinating committees. That was one of the reports. Then there was a report on the Building Bridges Initiative, that is on page 3 of the minutes, Your Excellency. Then on reconstitution of the National Elections Board, at that particular meeting, we did enumerate to the delegates the steps that led to the reconstitution of the National Elections Board then, and read out the names of the members. Also on reconstitution of the Party Disciplinary Committee, and that members of both teams had already been taken through an induction course. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Party Leader, perhaps I should have disclosed that since the last NGC, and with your support and the support of the ODM party in Nairobi, I am now the Senator of Nairobi. And I want to thank you. Thank you. Honorable Party Leader, there was a report on by-elections in 6 parliamentary and 9 ward areas. And you will see there was also a report on international relations of the party at page 3. I would like us to move over to page 4 of the report on challenges. At that particular moment in time, we had challenges of COVID in 2019, 2020, 2021, which had rendered the holding of this NGC in 2020 impossible. There was a challenge of underfunding, which is a matter that is still live with us. Then you will see at bullet number 4 there that in spite of a court judgment ordering the National Treasury to release funds to ODM, the same had not been complied with. The Secretary General's report was adopted by members as proposed by Honorable Beth Siengo and seconded by Honorable Mohamed Ali Sheikh, the minority leader then in Garissa County. Over to page 5, on the amendments of the party constitution and party primaries and nomination rules, you will see over the page, Your Excellency, that we had made a provision for the ODM Disability League and the county coordinating committees so that the county chairpersons can sit in national organs, and we will confirm here that they are here today. Honorable Party Leader, under the party primaries and nomination rules, 4 different methods of nominations had been proposed, beginning with consensus, direct tickets, delegate system, and universal suffrage. Various members gave their views on this particular issue, starting with Honorable Amos Wako, Honorable Junet Mohammed. There was contribution from Honorable Zuleka Hassan, then Women Rep Kwale, Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, that's on page 6. Honorable Denita Gatti, who challenged the party to create more space for persons with disabilities. Honorable Babu Owino, Honorable John Ketora, Irina Imba, Catherine Muma, the chairperson of the Elections Board, and Honorable Party Leader. The report was adopted with amendments as moved by Honorable Amos Wako and the Honorable Tom Kajwang, and seconded by Marian Okech from Siaya County ODM Disability League. At page 7, Your Excellency, there was a report of the National Elections Board on the grassroots elections, and there will be much to be discussed there as well. At page 8, the SG informed the delegates that in light of the NEB Chair's report, the NGC's approval of members to serve in the NEC until the elections are conducted. He presented the proposal of NEC that in the interim, the vacant positions in NEC at that point should be filled as follows. The Vice Chairperson to be held by Senator Jones Mwaruma from Taita Taveta, National Organizing Secretary by Honorable Ahmed Abdisalan, MP Wajir North, Deputy Organizing Secretary to be held by Honorable Chonga Ken, MP Kilifi South, Deputy Organizing Secretary to be held by Honorable Zuleka Hassan, Secretary for Environment by Stella Chepkirui from Kericho, and Secretary for Science and Technology to be held by Babu Owino, MP Embakasi East. The delegates adopted the proposals as proposed by Senator Judy Pareno and seconded by Honorable Omar Mwinyi. Your Excellency, at page 8, the last item there was a report on the Azimio Coalition, where Honorable Junet urged the delegates to ratify the decision by the National Executive Committee that ODM joins Azimio as an anchor party. The delegates unanimously adopted the resolution as proposed by Ashura Michael from the ODM Disability League and seconded by Yusuf Maalim from Mandera County. At page 9, on the nomination of the presidential candidate, following the party leader's consultations with people of Kenya, he was overwhelmingly petitioned to run for president in the August 2022 elections. The party leader accepted the invitation by the people of Kenya to run for president, and the NGC noted that the two applicants from ODM had withdrawn their applications. On page 10, Your Excellency, at the top, in view of the foregoing, the NGC approves that His Excellency Raila Odinga be approved as the sole candidate for president under the Azimio Coalition. The resolution was proposed for adoption by His Excellency Wycliffe Ambassa Oparanya and seconded by His Excellency Ali Hassan Joho. Minute number 8, there was an address by various selected national officials, starting with Georgia Ladwa, Rhoda Katalai from West Pokot, Stephen Asele from Marsabit, Caroline Agwanda from the County Orange Disability League, Nixon Kakiri, the chair of the ODM Disability League, John Ketora, Beth Siengo, Senator James Orengo, now Governor James Orengo. And on page 12, Your Excellency, the speeches continued with the addresses from His Excellency Ali Hassan Joho, Wycliffe Ambassa Oparanya, and the party leader, who thanked the party members for making the day a reality and took the delegates through the truce that he had with the then President Uhuru Kenyatta and the party's oversight role. He thanked the delegates for nominating him as the party's flag bearer, noting that he was first reluctant and following the countrywide rallies where he sought the views of the voters on his candidacy. He also paid tribute to His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, though on opposing sides, and having gone through an election that was nullified by the Supreme Court, leading to a period of street protests where many people died, they came together and agreed that Kenya is bigger than them, hence the need for a truce. He concluded by urging the delegates to go back home with a message that time for liberation and economic revolution of the country has come. At minute number 9, Your Excellency, the meeting came to an end at 2:35 p.m. with a word of prayer from Bishop Abuka. Those are the minutes of the ODM NGC of the 25th February 2022 at the Bomas of Kenya. Your Excellency, with your permission, I would want to request for a proposer of those minutes as a reflection of the deliberations here, and I would want a mic. Can we have a roving mic? We will have a proposer from here, and make sure you are present when you are proposing, so you confirm. Yes.
My name is Otiende Amolo. I was present and I propose.
Thank you. Can we get a seconder from this side? Perhaps a lady?
My name is Nancy Matara Ochieng. I second.
Thank you very much. The minutes have been adopted. Your Excellency, with your permission, I would move straight to matters arising, and you will see in the schedule there that I am required to give a report to you as the NGC, and much of my report will cover matters arising. And when the chairman comes back here, I think there will also be some plenary for matters arising, if I'm not wrong. So, Your Excellency, there is a document in your bags as well, which is the report of the Secretary General, and I would want that we go together in that report. Your Excellency, prior to that, I have been reminded of a few names of people that we lost that I just want us to honor. The former chairman, Kiambu County, not the county chair, from Kiambu County, we lost the Githunguri chairperson, Mr. Joshua Njoroge Young. We also lost the following members of parliament: Honorable William Kamoti, who was the MP for Abai. We lost the chair, Honorable Christopher Mchana, and Peter Gikunda from Buri branch in Meru. Christopher Mchana was the chair in Wundanyi. Josephat Kihara, chair Kidhunguri. Councillor Ochieng Ruku, who was a delegate from Awendo. We lost Abdulai Abdi Mohammed, the vice chairperson, Mandera County, and the late Sheikh Ahmed Mwaringa, ODM Interfaith Council of Clerics and Kemnak Treasurer. I thank you for reminding me about those ones. It is not for any disrespect that we didn't note their names down. Your Excellency, with your permission, let me go to my report. And this is the report of the Secretary General to the National Governing Council. Your Excellencies, delegates, this report covers the period from February 2022 to March 2024. During the period under review, the party undertook and accomplished a number of interventions, first geared towards the 2022 general election and later towards pursuit of electoral justice, reforms in the country's governance and the strengthening of our party. This included, but were not limited to, convening the National Delegates Convention, coalition building, party primaries, unveiling of the presidential candidate, election campaigns, vote protection, Supreme Court petition, electoral justice campaigns, and mass recruitment of party members. At the NDC, following the unanimous endorsement by the NGC on 28th February 2024 of the party leader, His Excellency Raila ODINGA, as the sole ODM presidential candidate for the 2022 elections, the party held its National Delegates Convention at Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, where the same endorsement was unanimously carried. The convention was carried out in two phases. Phase one was held in the morning, attended by ODM delegates only, where the internal party statutory business was conducted. In the afternoon, phase two comprised both ODM delegates and Azimio la Umoja affiliate parties. His Excellency Honorable Raila ODINGA was endorsed by Azimio leaders led by Jubilee Party leader and then outgoing President of the Republic, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. On coalition building, Your Excellency will flip through with me to page 3. In preparation to win the 2022 presidential elections, our party initiated talks with other parties so as to consolidate our support base. This culminated in the formal signing of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party Agreement by 26 political parties, including the Wiper Democratic Party, which had initially stayed out. On the general election, the period April to August was for campaigns. The party sponsored candidates for all of the following positions: number 1, President; number 2, Governor; number 3, Senate, National Assembly, and County Assemblies. And when we talk of National Assembly, it includes the women representatives. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the ultimate prize, the presidency, occasioned by the IEBC chairman, Mr. Wafula Chebukati. For the remainder of the electoral positions, the party performed as below. ODM was able to get 15 county governors. Mujipigie makofi. Therefore, we have 15 deputy governors. Your Excellency, we have 20 senators, both nominated and elected. We have 2 members who represent us at the East Africa Legislative Assembly. We have 77 single constituency members. That is from each constituency. Mujipigie makofi. And then we have 11 women reps, getting as a total of 88 in the National Assembly. We have a total of 473 members of the County Assembly across Kenya. Pigieni makofi. So, Mr. Honorable Party Leader, on page 4 you will see a breakdown of the County Assembly member distribution and a confirmation that we have members of the County Assembly in 28 counties out of the 47 counties, and that brings the total to 473. Of course, the highest being Nairobi at 53, Kisumu at 46, Homa Bay 47, we have 42 in Kakamega and 26 in Kilifi, and Mombasa at 32. Those are the top leading counties when it comes to MCAs. Honorable Party Leader, allow me to go straight to membership drive. On page 5, in November of 2023, the party launched a massive membership drive in the county of Siaya. Since then, the party leader has presided over the exercise in the following counties: Homa Bay, Migori, Nyamira, Kisumu, Kisii, Kakamega, Busia, Vihiga, Bungoma, Lamu, Tana River, Kilifi, Kwale, Taita Taveta, Mombasa, Meru, Nairobi, Wajir. And on behalf of the National Secretariat and the party leadership, I want to say thank you for the warm welcome and the great arrangements and support that we received whenever we visited your counties. Your Excellency, at the commencement of the exercise, you can see the membership status was at page 6 that runs all the way to page 7. ODM had a total registered membership of 4,344,000. And of course, Your Excellency, we were with you in many of these exercises. It was a matter of great controversy. Who is the county that is leading in membership recruitment? If you look at that table, Your Excellency, you will see that the number 1 county, and this is because the membership is expressed as a percentage of the number of voters registered in your county. So the highest registration at 65.49% is in the county of Busia, and the county governor is here. My deputy, the women rep for Busia, is here, and we say congratulations. Your Excellency, they were followed by Kisumu and Homa Bay, and the percentages are there. At the very bottom, you will see the county of Nyandarua, with the chairman Dixon is here, Dixon Manyara. The county of Meru and Embu were the last ones, but they will come and tell us the sort of support they need. 8, Your Excellency, in the 6 months since the launch of membership drive in November of 2023, we have registered new members as follows. There is a total of 945,733 new members in that 6-month period that have been added to the party register. Mujipigie makofi, hiyo ni kazi mzuri ambayo mmefanya. Your Excellency, once again, we have listed there in terms of the highest performing to the lowest performing counties, and in our tradition, a tradition that was begun by the party leader himself. He has assured me there will be a token for the top 3 counties in terms of registration. And I want to make it clear here that you cannot argue with statistics. There will be no fight about these numbers. And those who saw us in the grassroots, you cannot argue with the server. Your Excellency, at number 3, in terms of the highest number of registration, is Siaya County. Mwapigie makofi, and the governor, the Honorable James Orengo, is here. Siaya registered a total of 103,564 new members to ODM. They are followed very closely by Homa Bay, at 157,327, and of course the chairman is here. Chairman, well done. And of course, number one, Nairobi oye, Nairobi oye, Nairobi, Your Excellency, we were able to register 167,702, and my chairman, Honorable George Aladwa, is here. Well done, Chairman. Well done to the members of Nairobi. Members of Nairobi, simameni for glory, bwana. Hey, Nairobi. Yeah. Asante sana. Your Excellency, we flip over to page 9 on number 6 on electoral justice reforms and dialogue with the Kenya Kwanza regime. Following the electoral coup perpetrated by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission and the decision by the Supreme Court of Kenya to uphold the same, the party within the coalition called Azimio embarked on a program of spearheading the pursuit of electoral justice and resistance of the Kenya Kwanza regime's government's political and economic misgovernance. Azimio's irreducible minimum agenda included, number 1, addressing the high and escalating cost of living, respect for multi-party democracy. Your Excellency, the highlights included peaceful and unarmed processions, boycotts and picketing. And as you have seen from the presentation from the ODM media team, the regime's response was always brutal, unlawful and unconstitutional. Giving peaceful resolution of these genuine grievances a chance, the coalition agreed to 2 sets of bipartisan national dialogue. The first dialogue, initiated in May 2023, collapsed following the regime's recalcitrant position and the callous manner with which it withdrew. And Your Excellency, I remain eternally grateful that you made me part of that initial effort to have this conversation that then collapsed because of the lack of seriousness on the part of members of the Kenya Kwanza delegation. In July of 2023, at the request of the Kenya Kwanza regime, a new phase of dialogue was initiated, co-chaired by His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka and Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah. The committee, designated as a National Dialogue Committee, was more encompassing and accepted views from a broad range of the Kenyan public. In November of 2023, NADCO completed its work and submitted its report to both houses of parliament. The report was similarly handed formally to the 2 respective coalition leaders in February of 2024. Apart from the matter of addressing the high cost of living, both coalitions were able to agree on all other agenda. The report of NADCO has since been tabled, debated and unanimously adopted in both the National Assembly and the Senate. Resulting therefrom, 9 parliamentary bills have been drafted and are awaiting enactment. Your Excellency, we will confirm from the Senate that in fact those bills are now on the order paper as from yesterday. Number 7, on disciplinary matters. The disciplinary committee conducted hearings against members of a party as indicated below. 4 special elect members of the Kisumu County Assembly at number 1, and then at number 2, 3 members of the National Assembly, at number 3, 7 members of Parliament, including Senator Professor Ojienda and others. The disciplinary committee took the members of NEC through the process they undertook in conducting the hearings in strict adherence to the provisions of the Constitution of Kenya, the Fair Administrative Actions Act, the Party Constitution and the Disciplinary Committee Practice and Procedure Rules 2022. After lengthy deliberations on the report and its recommendations and taking into consideration the nature of the allegations, the evidence adduced and the general conduct of the accused members, the National Executive Committee made the following recommendations: that the following honorable members' nomination to the Kisumu County Assembly be revoked for gross misconduct. That was Honorable Caroline Apar, Honorable Kennedy Ajuang, Peter Henry Obaso, and Honorable Regina Kizito. That Honorable Esther Passaris be reprimanded for her outright defiance of the party position on the Finance Bill 2023, tender a written apology, and pay a fine of 250,000 Kenya shillings. That Honorable Mark Nyamita, Honorable Paul Abor be reprimanded and pay a fine of 1 million shillings each, and be barred from holding any elective or appointive office within the ODM party for the next 12 months. That the following members, by dint of their conduct, be deemed to have resigned from the party. Number 1, the Honorable Tom Ojienda, the Honorable Elisha Odhiambo, the Honorable Karoli Omondi, the Honorable Gideon Ochanda, and the Honorable Felix Odiwuor Kode, this disputes tribunal, which rendered the decision as follows: Number one, that the party was right in deeming the members to have resigned from the party. That the provision in the party constitution that requires representation at the disciplinary committee only by party members is unconstitutional. And Your Excellency, this has informed some of the proposals to change our constitution that the NGC will be ratifying today. Number three, that the party's disciplinary committee is not legally constituted, as its chairperson, a professor at the public university, is a public officer and therefore not eligible to hold an office in the party, in a political party, which is a decision that was contested, Mr. Honorable Party Leader, and it will inform some of the deliberations at this NGC. Your Excellency, allow me to proceed to conclude with the challenges we have faced as the national leadership of the party in the period under review. The Political Parties Act 2011 provides for registration, management, funding, and the registration of political parties, among other things. On funding, it specifically provides that not less than 0.3% of annual revenue of the total national revenue shall be allocated to the political parties fund, of which 5% shall be utilized by the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties for administration and 95% shared to qualified political parties based on their strength. The Kenya Kwanza regime has continued to violate this provision with impunity, thereby curtailing our capacity to fund our activities. Since assuming power 2 years ago, the Kenya Kwanza regime has honed its ability to stifle political parties of the funds provided by statute. And I will give you an example, Your Excellency. In the financial year 2022-2023, the political parties fund had been allocated 1.47 billion shillings, with the ODM party entitled to receive 308 million shillings. Even before the registrar of political parties disbursed these allocations, the UDA party contested the formula that had been used to arrive at those distributions. Ultimately, the matter was dismissed with costs. Having lost the court case, they immediately introduced supplementary estimates number 1 of 2022-2023 and deducted 600 million shillings from the political parties fund. Your Excellency, similarly, in financial year 2023-2024, the fund received a similar allocation of Kenya shillings 1.47 billion, with ODM still entitled to receive 345. In November of 2023, the Kenya Kwanza regime introduced supplementary budget estimates number 1 of 2023-2024 that reduced the fund by Kenya shillings 866. Your Excellency, we were left with only Kenya shillings 50 million, which was disbursed in January of 2024 to cover the remaining 3 quarters. We as the leadership have since moved to court to challenge this illegality, and the High Court is expected to deliver its decision on the 9th of May 2024. Your Excellency, the situation is so bad that we have seen recently senior leaders of our opponents being quoted as seeking financial resources from the Communist Party of China to fund their programs, including building of their national headquarters, which is a matter that is specifically proscribed under the law. The law does not allow political parties to receive funding directly from other sources outside the country. Your Excellency, thank you so much for listening to me. That is the end of my report, and it covers most of the matters arising. I now want to welcome back the chairperson, Honorable Mbadi, to take us forward. God bless ODM.